What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another training vlog. Today is Thursday, a national holiday, so we're training already early in the morning, usually not my usual time to train, but we will see how it goes. Since it's intra week, things are still pretty light, low intensity, low volume, and yeah, so we will see how the session goes. I will talk you through as usual. And yeah, not too much to add on. It's a pretty beautiful day today.
Woo! Woo! Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on Android. She not my shawty, she filling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chillin' with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played the shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dress is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some hoes. Them with guns, they scheming for riches, they playing it numb. I'm second, I wins cause I'm second to none. Look, what the you think I do it for? Do it for? Ay, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, ay, I've been out here grinding 24, ay, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, ay, I've been out here grinding 24, so in the mirror, you the GOAT.
So for the first time performing full range of motion squats in about 2.5, 3 months, since I've only been doing variations of the squatting pattern to work on my deficits, discomforts, and so on. And to be honest, things are feeling pretty good so far. I just did my first working set with 120 kg times 6, paused, super light to start off the new training block. Now we're increasing by 10 kg, and yeah, then we will see if we stick to the same load or we increase load gradually for our last set. After completing my second working set, I've decided to keep load the same today, since we're in the intro week and I don't want to go overboard, and I felt like I could improve a little bit more, especially in regards to my technique. So I'm keeping load the same for my last set before we go to the next exercise. Reason being, there's no need to be greedy. I felt probably the strongest in a very long time during the last week of the last training block, and I started the training block at a very low load, low intensity, and gradually built up over the weeks, built some good momentum, and then the stone kept rolling and I was able to probably hit a massive PR, especially at that body weight. I think I've never moved that load so easy, and therefore we're just gonna stick to about 5 to 10 kg more for the initial week of this training block. So we probably end up at about 5 to 10 kg more than the previous block, and that will be perfect. So that's a nice steady progression, nice linear progression. And then the next couple of blocks are probably getting even more interesting, with me now being cautious, trying to hold myself back, not getting greedy, not letting the ego take over when it comes to load selection. And yeah, this is how you keep going for a long amount of time, and there is actually no chance that you're gassing out too quickly if you're really listening to your body and don't let the ego take over. So this might be a good take home for many of you. Not really feeling muscle ups today, but that's what it is. You know it already when you grip the bar and the hands already feel kind of weak and your grip feels very weak, and that is usually a sign that strength is not 100% on this day. It was to expect. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's my intro deload week, so fatigue is high. We expect to perform a lot better next week due to the lower volume and the lower intensity. This week we should come into a state where our body is able to recover from all the work we've done the last previous weeks, and then again, so we can perform well again starting next week on. Bam! That's a wrap for today. Session was okayish, nothing special to be honest, but that was to expect. Now it's all about building some good momentum into the next couple of weeks so that we hit a nice PR at the end of the training block. I would love to see something like 160, 170, 175 maybe for the last training session. Then coming out with a huge PR. Let's see if I keep squatting raw. So for the last 2 months I didn't use any sleeves and a belt, so we will see if I'm going to change that. This training block, as of now, I'm feeling very comfortable, to be honest, with no equipment, and I feel like it's really helping me positioning myself under the bar without having to rely on those external things that help support my training. Obviously, I know when I'm getting back to sleeves and belts, my numbers will skyrocket, but that's also one of the main reasons why at the moment I keep performing my training in raw style, simply because there is no urgent need for me to perform on a given date, since there is no upcoming competition planned. Now you know it already. I'm not competing in the near future, since usually I have too many athletes competing, and therefore it just doesn't make sense, since my athletes are the priority. And the last competition I did, that was terrible. I was taking care of my athletes for 2 days and then I competed at the end, and that's just not working. So I want to compete next year probably again, but we'll see which competition and when exactly. But for now we keep grinding, we keep putting in the work, and for now it's about time to get some food, because the main goal is to put on some mass until next year. So trying to stay in a recomp phase for the next couple of months, I'd say till August probably. So about 12 weeks from now on we are aiming for a recompetition phase, and then after that recomposition phase I wanna induce a bulk for about 5 to 7 months. Let's see how that works, preferably over the winter, and then very big squat should be incoming, since my last squat PR in terms of highest objective load on the bar was like a year ago, almost a year ago, and I was weighing about 10-12 kg more than I do right now. The highest body weight I had was 92-93 kg on average, so that's quite high. And if we compare that to my current body weight, I'm sitting just below 80 kg most of the time, so therefore that's a huge difference, but not expecting to get there anytime soon, to be honest, because I was just fat, and this time I don't want to get fat, obviously. My main goal is to put on decent amount of muscle mass with the minimum amount of fat gain. Obviously that is not possible at all, simply because muscle and fat gain always will be in a 1-on-1 ratio, so we're gonna manage variables as much as we can. So that's also why I'm doing a recomposition phase first, so I know exactly what calories I need to initiate my slight calorie surplus and then gradually gain weight over time. But we talk about nutrition and weight gain and stuff when things get a little bit more interesting. As of now, I'm just cruising with my regular meal plan, so not changing too much actually on a day-to-day basis, except training and rest days. There we have a slightly different approach in terms of how we go about the nutrition. So if you're interested in, I could do a full day of eating, maybe a training day and a rest day, so you can see how my meal plan differentiates based on training days and non-training days, and why I'm doing certain things. So if you are interested in that, just let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't done yet, please subscribe, follow, and share so you don't miss out on the next one. That's it from my side. I wish you a wonderful day, good night, whatever time it's, where you at, and see you in the next one.